they can get away with being a little bit more under the radar.
Thank you, Janet. Callum in Edinburgh, hi.
Hi.
What would you like to say, Callum?
Prince Harry and Meghan are not cashing in on royal title. I support them, and I always will. And I've read every book that they have published, and I didn't see any bashing as the ladies sitting with you.
Well, when he said someone had made...
5 times.
When he told Oprah that someone had made a racist remark about the colour of their baby's skin, was that not bashing?
No, not at all. It's a fact. He was telling the truth.
It was true, yeah. Yeah. Well,
I know people would say that.
And also, the other thing is the mitigation is he was Diana's son. Diana died a horrible death. But, why do you say here we go?
Because that cannot be used as an excuse forever. That cannot be used to define him forever.
Why not?
And he should rise above that.
It's not an excuse, it's reality, that
damaged.
Yes, but it's been turned into an excuse. I'm sick of hearing how poor old Harry. William went through exactly the same.
He's doing the thing that would have saved his mother's life, which is leaving and throwing some vegetables from a distance. Thank you, Callum. Joanne in Essex, what do you think about it? It's quite serious, this, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is serious. The thing is, I don't believe Harry's cashing on the royal family. And what I don't understand is, considering everybody seems to, the media especially, hate Meghan and Harry, why do they spend all their energy talking about people they dislike? Why don't they send out positive energy and talk about the actual royal family who they do like?
But the media generally, I see, yeah, the media. Well, I suppose there's almost a feeling like this is an unresolved situation, so it's worth talking about. But you're right, it's dwelling on it, I suppose, isn't healthy, really. Andy, do you feel as a nation, we're talking too much about this couple?
It's part of a kind of an old Shakespearean almost drama, isn't it? Is the forgotten son, the second son, the xenophobia against the outsider coming in and making us somehow less British suddenly. It all keys into these very old-fashioned themes, and that's why we find it, frankly, so sexy to talk about it. But I'm bored of hearing people, bashing Harry and Meghan at every possible.
Sometimes the truth doesn't need to shout. It just needs to be spoken. On a recent call-in show, the usual noise about Harry and Meghan filled the air. Then, 2 callers, Callum and Joanne, changed everything. They didn't argue or rant. They calmly dismantled the myths with simple facts. Callum pointed out the contradiction. People criticize Harry and Meghan for leaving, but also for building a new life. He asked, what were they supposed to do? Disappear? His logic was unshakable. Joanne followed, highlighting the relentless media focus. She argued the criticism wasn't about accountability. It was about creating a profitable soap opera. The real profiteers, she said, are those who fuel the controversy. Their calm, logical voices cut through the noise. They represented the silent majority, people who see past headlines and recognize a family seeking peace. Callum and Joanne reminded us, the loudest voices aren't always the most truthful. Sometimes truth is found in quiet, reasonable words. They asked us to look at the facts and think for ourselves. In a world of noise, their clarity was a breath of fresh air. Cashing in. It's the accusation hurled at Harry and Meghan. But look closer. They're not selling titles. They're working, using their skills and experiences. When they signed with Netflix or Spotify, they offered creativity, not crowns. After stepping back, their public funding ended. They had to become financially independent. So they built a new life, just as anyone would. Is an author cashing in by writing a book? Is a producer exploiting their reputation? No, they're working. Harry's memoir, Spare, and their Netflix documentary were about sharing their truth, not flaunting titles. Archewell Productions is about uplifting content, not royalty. The double standard is glaring. Other royals have jobs and sponsorships, but only Harry and Meghan face this scrutiny. The criticism isn't about their work, it's about control. Their success challenges the system's boundaries. Their achievements are a testament to their abilities, not a misuse of heritage. The cashing in myth falls apart under scrutiny. They're not exploiting their past, they're building their future. The real issue is discomfort with their independence. Their story is one of resilience, not opportunism. Sitting across from Harry and Meghan, I didn't see an attack on the monarchy. I saw two people reclaiming their story. For years, others twisted their narrative with cruelty and misunderstanding. Their interview wasn't aggression, it was liberation. They spoke about pressure, lack of support, and racism. Painful truths, not attacks. Speaking out was their only path forward after years of silence. It took courage to share their struggles, knowing the backlash. Their honesty sparked global conversations about institutions, race, and mental health. Meghan's experience resonated with many who felt silenced. Calling their truth-telling an attack misses the point. It's about validating their experience. When someone says they're in pain, the compassionate response is to listen. Harry and Meghan weren't tearing down the monarchy. They were explaining why they had to leave. Their interview wasn't an ending, but a new beginning. It was about survival, not destruction. Their voices finally belonged to them. From birth, William and Harry were set on different paths. One the heir, one the spare. Harry's role was always secondary, his mistakes magnified, his achievements downplayed. The system protected the heir, but exploited the spare. When Harry sought privacy and protection for his family, it was seen as betrayal. He was expected to accept media intrusion and never outshine his brother. But Harry had seen the cost of silence and inaction. His choice to forge a new path wasn't rebellion, it was necessity. The criticism he faces is rooted in broken expectations. He's punished not for his actions, but for daring to want a different life. Harry's story is about breaking free from a role he never chose. Harry's most powerful act wasn't royal, it was personal. He stepped back, not as a prince, but as a husband and father. He saw history repeating with Meghan, echoing his mother's pain. Protecting his family became his priority. He wanted Archie and Lilibet to grow up safe, away from toxic scrutiny. This was a choice any parent would understand. Harry broke the cycle, refusing to pass down trauma. His legacy is love and courage, not titles. He chose family over tradition, safety over duty. In leaving, he showed immense strength. He built a new life to give his children peace. Harry's story is one of growth and taking control of destiny. Let's follow the money. As Joanne noted, the real industry is built on criticizing Harry and Meghan. Commentators, journalists, and media outlets profit from every headline and debate. Outrage is manufactured because it sells. The real profiteers are those fueling the fire, not the couple themselves. Critics build careers on negativity, exploiting public fascination for gain. The hypocrisy is clear. The media creates the frenzy, then blames Harry and Meghan for it. This cycle benefits the critics, not the couple. The obsession reveals more about the media than about Harry and Meghan. It's a system that profits from division and negativity. When you see an attack, ask, who benefits? More often than not, it's those pointing the finger. This was never about titles. Harry and Meghan's real power comes from character, action, and authenticity. People are drawn to their willingness to stand up for what matters. Their influence comes from advocacy, mental health, racial justice, compassion. Harry's Invictus Games and Meghan's work for women show their commitment to service. Their success is built on passion and hard work, not royal status. They're admired for their honesty and relatability. In a curated world, their openness is refreshing. They lead by example, showing influence is about impact, not position. Their worth is proven by their actions, not their titles. Their power is earned, not granted. And that's something no one can take away.
And that wraps our daily diaries updates. Harry and Meghan. Always keep the world talking. And if you enjoy this update, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and for more royalty subbed with honesty, just right here on Daily Diaries Friday. Till next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep shining. See you next time with more royal news and good vibe. Bye bye.